Greetings, my comrades. Welcome back to the PokéComrades. We're starting now. Sam, you're not late. Yeah, I don't know why I'm talking weirdly. So we got Xano and Kuro here. You can't hear them. I should probably fix that. Xano, say hi.
I have COVID.
Yeah. Kuro, say hi.
Comrades!
Yeah. Thank you for coming into the chat. Rinka. I totally can pronounce that name. Twitch has this thing now where it's like first time chat, so I know who's new. So thanks for coming along. We got another one. Professor Paquette. Thanks. Excited to see what you guys think. Thank you. Alright, I should do this and... Alright, so we are gonna hop into our first... Oh yeah, by the way, tell me how the audio's going, guys. But we are gonna hop into our first topic of the night, which is Hisuian Voltorb. How you guys feel about it?
Well,
It exists.
I like Voltorb. He has the apricorn thing because it's grass type, right? That's because he has the seeds.
Yeah.
And the Tamari ball because Tamari balls were made with silk. So I'm just sad. Like, so are all these Hisuian Pokemon just are they just vibing and ostracized by humans? Damn you humans! What the hell?
Fuck humans. Team Plasma for the win, bro.
It's like really cute and I like it. I don't like the typing. I feel like it should be pure grass because normal Voltorb is not electric steel.
Okay, I can see the why. Then again, like electric grass, besides Rotom Maw, we don't have anything.
Yeah. Like, Hisuian forms are definitely giving us some unique typings, which I love. But, like, I mean, Hisuian Voltorb almost, like, was just a no-brainer, so I'm not surprised it's here. Like, before it was revealed, there was so much fan art of it, because it was just obvious, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have no complaints. It's a fine Pokemon. I'm glad it's there. I honestly might use it on my team, because it's really cute. But, I mean, do you guys think we'll get Hisuian Electrode or, like, a new evolution?
Well, we have the heavy ball in the website, so we might get Hisuian Electrode, but also an Electrode evolution.
Alright, that'd be interesting.
I like the idea for, other Voltorbs and Electrodes. It's not that far-fetched because I remember seeing fan arts and concepts of, imagine if Electrode was based on a Great Ball, he had an evolution based on an Ultra Ball, and a Mega Evolution based on a Master Ball.
Oh, that's high.
So I like to believe that they are going, with the idea of, the Tamari balls, right? Silk and the apricorns, because that Voltorb has seeds inside. Like, he's just, a joyful bunch.
Yeah.
And they are doing claymation with the guy, so I can't complain.
I gotta see those claymation videos. I was in school when they dropped, so I wasn't able to watch right away.
They are going to have another on the 14th, apparently.
Well, I was at home.
Yeah, we got Xano here. He's sick, so we're hoping he feels better. All right.
I mean, I'm fine now.
That's good. Are we?
Well, not that's kind of a lie,
Yeah.
but
And,
I mean,
of course-
Hisuian Voltorb
And-
exists. I don't really have any
yeah.
opinions on it because
Yeah, they just, they didn't do anything like major because it's a Voltorb. So, well, at least there's one thing, he got a better treatment than Ghost Shiny One.
Ooh, you don't have to remind me of that.
So, yeah,
That annoys.
Hisuians are just a bunch of, weird people.
Yep,
like-
indeed.
But yeah, he has Energy Ball as a move, because that's what he used in the trailer, so...
Yeah, that makes total
Yeah.
sense. It is the
Yeah,
energy
so-
ball this time.
Yeah, it's Energy Ball, so... Yeah, Voltorb. So... It was to be expected, because, Hisui takes place 150 years in the past, debatably. And Apricorn Balls, they are 400 to 700 years old, so... It was bound to happen at some point. Then again, Pokemon is weird. We have PC and transfer system in Isui. That doesn't make sense.
The
We have we
Arceus
have
phone.
we have wild magnetons there, so it's Pokemon. They are convoluted by proxy.
Indeed, indeed. Alright. Sam says Shiny Voltorb was his first shiny and its treatment in the anime makes him sad. That's unfortunate. Alright, I think that's about it for Isui and Voltorb. We ready for the next topic?
It exists.
Alright.
Like, that's all I can say.
So,
this was a good intro. This was a good
definitely.
intro.
Alright. So we all know Iwane. I hope I pronounced his name right.
Yeah.
Sake Owane,
Yes.
I think this is his name.
He has
I
a
think.
Twitter account. He is one of the lead animators for the Pokemon anime. He made a tweet saying he thinks it's about time for XY characters to return. So,
Serena!
how we feeling about this Iwane tweet? He also drew Sawyer and posted it, so that doesn't mean it will be Sawyer, but it could be.
I'm going to let you guys speak first. I have something
Alright.
to say.
I'll say something quickly.
You go first, Alex.
Alright.
Because I
So-
think I got a decent amount to say.
Alright, so first of all, this is of course Iwane's opinion. This doesn't mean they are returning, but they probably could be, and I mean they probably will. The one character return that I am most scared of is Alon. Because I do not want Alon to be in the Pokemon World Championships at all. Because
But you know he is.
hey, let
You know he's
me
gonna be in it.
let me finish.
No, you don't get speaking rights.
So
You
here's the thing with Alon.
no, shut up.
Shut up. So here's the thing with Alon. Oh god, Callus confirmed. Oh. Okay, so here's the thing with Alon.
Cal's confirmed.
He never
Sorry,
wanted
I'm
to be the strongest, right? He only entered the Kalos League because Ash was like, "Hey, let's have fun battles," you know? Like with Alon's personality, especially when right now he's working on studying and stuff, there is no reason he should enter the Pokemon World Championships. And I'm worried that the Journeys writers will be like, "Hey, let's put him in the PWC because let's have him battle Ash." And no. Bring him back now. I'm totally plagiarizing this idea off Kuro. Bring him back for Project Mew. That was your idea, right, Kuro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have Mewtwo, so we are to see Mega Mewtwo X.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring Alon back for Project Mew. That's what I have to say about Alon. I'll say one more thing. I'm scared for Serena's return because I really like the character and Journey's Butcher's characters. I will not elaborate more. I hand the mic to you, Xano.
Selena. Okay, sorry. So X and Y characters. Woo! Yeah. Woo.
Xano, do the shameless plug.
You know, I can't do it with a serious face. I'll do that in a minute. So, X and Y, we love it. I love it. Your grandma loves it. Your mom probably loves it. Your old weird uncle probably loves it. Everyone loves X and Y. So, like, when it comes to, like, X and Y, do I want them to come back? Well, of course I do. Who doesn't want them to come back? I mean, my 8-year-old brother or my 70-year-old grandpa. You know, they're all like, you know, Serena. Yeah, Serena. So, okay, I'm sorry. I don't even know where this conversation is going. But, X and Y. Yeah. I think, like, Sawyer coming back would be really interesting to see. I agree with Alex, like, when it comes to Alon. I'm very scared what they're going to do with that character, because he's not really a battler anymore, but they're definitely going to put him in the Pokemon World Championships.
We'll say that.
He comes back. He's going to, most likely, shit. I was gonna say something.
You lost your train of thought?
Take your
I
time.
did for a second. Alon, yeah, that thing. I think that Clement and Bonnie are definitely going to be the first to come back.
Yes, they
Either
should.
Clement, Bonnie, or Sawyer. I don't think Clement and Bonnie and Serena are all going to be in the same episode. I think it's going to be Clement and Bonnie, and then another episode for Serena.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, Serena shouldn't be in Kalos right now. I mean, she will be because Dawn's in Kalos, but she should, or Dawn's in Sinnoh, but Serena should not be in Kalos, even though she will be, but she shouldn't be. Anyway, back to you.
Well,
Okay, well, as I was saying before, Alex so rudely interrupted me. So what I was saying is, I think it'd be really interesting to have all those characters come back. Let's just hope they do them right. I feel like they've done Dawn pretty okay. Iris is really good. Gary's been really solid. We don't talk about Karina. That doesn't exist.
Hold on, Zeno, can I ask you a question? Did you just type in my Twitch chat?
Yeah.
Okay. You made a new Twitch account?
Yeah, because I got logged out of my
Alright,
old
I
one.
was
Thank you
worried
for
that
the
that was
following,
your
Ninja.
Xanolith imposter. This is his first time
Thank you
chat
for
here.
the
Anyway, back over to you, Zeno.
We can talk about Zonolith imposter in a second.
Alright.
But so when it comes to all the Kalos people coming back, I mean, like, yeah, that's great, fantastic.
Thank you for the follow, Sam.
Yes, thank you everyone for the follow.
Now, do I think it's like, sorry. Now, do I think they're gonna do it? They're gonna do it like good? I don't know. Journeys is journeys. I've kind of lost all confidence in the show.
Ah,
Haven't
come
we
on,
all?
man. Don't say that. Don't say that. Zeno, why are you losing confidence when I'm starting to gain confidence? Because, like, nah.
Don't gain
I'm losing confidence because okay, I'm not losing confidence because of the series. I'm losing confidence because I know I'm gonna rewrite in like 5 years and I know I'm gonna do it better. Okay.
Okay,
So-
fair enough. Make sure to follow Zeno.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright,
But,
so,
that's pretty much all I have to say about that shit.
okay. Where's my notes? Now it's time for the whole shebang. So,
Hey, Kuro, I got one thing to say before you start.
go for it.
Here we go.
What, you
I'm
did you
just
just blow your
that?
nose?
Yeah.
Okay. No problem, man. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, the whole shebang of Iwane's tweet is something very, very simple. As we know, Iwane is a great advocate of the idea that the Pokemon anime should, not go, but they should animate adventures. Granted, they can't do it because it's like a decade of, televised episodes that they have to work with. And in the end of the day, I don't think that people really want for adventures to be animated as a series. Snippets as a web series like Twilight Wings or like an Origins thing or Evolutions or whatever more. Yeah, like just animate snippets and the fans will appreciate. If you animate the entire adventures, it will take the niche of the manga itself. Iwane has, a moment of ego that he kind of deserves, let's be honest. We got Evolutions 6, the Xenia episode. If it was up to him, Xenia would have been in Pokemon X and Y. She was meant to, help Alan. It was in an interview. She was meant to help Alan with, the Auras thing. Sadly, that didn't happen. That's why Iwane is tweeting, with the character of Sawyer. Not because he wants for Sawyer to be the one to return, but because Sawyer is the poster child of any Poke for Generation 6. He embodies Kalos and Hoenn. And
Even though I was gonna say he embodies Kalos, even though he's from Hoenn.
yeah. Regardless, we are now in a time frame where we are in the mix of generations because we have Galar and Sinnoh in both Gen 8, right? So, if anything, I believe that if Sawyer was a fake Wally, Rinto could have been the fake Wally for this series, but I digress. Now, when it comes to
Rinto.
poor Rinto, Rinto deserves the world, man.
You guys can
Yeah.
go watch the video I uploaded today where I talk about Rinto. Shameless plug.
Yeah, watch that.
Those up
Watch
to
Zeno's
Zeno.
video on the PWC. Anyways, so now when it comes to character returns, when it comes to original characters, it's a double-edged sword because they like to promote more game characters than OCs, right? Case in point, Iris returned, but it was as her black and white 2 self with best wishes, memories attached, but it was her black and white 2 self. And Dawn is Dawn, she's the poster child of Sinnoh, no more or less, and Corina and B are Corina and B, right? Now, that's why we had Tracy as a thought bubble and Paul as a flashback. Now, when it comes to Sawyer, if Ash is to, meet Steven, Steven can mention Sawyer as a thought bubble. Like, a character return doesn't mean that they will return physically. Japanese is a context implied language. There's a lot of, semantics that people stupidly take seriously because of fucking Google Translate. Regardless.
You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
Regardless. Max was the OG Wally. Regardless, we are now in a situation that, I don't think that, the characters have, like, Kalos, it's, would they be welcoming? Of course, every character from a prior series before Journeys are welcome in Journeys. The thing is, there is a thing called moment and timing. Just because they can, it doesn't mean that they should. For example, Clement and Bonnie, they are more than welcome, but just returning for the sake of it, it doesn't make any sense. Alan, being in the PWC or in the Project Mu makes more sense. In the PWC, people just want Alan in the PWC because they want for Greninja to have his win. Realistically, Greninja has nothing to prove to Alan. Greninja is his own character. He's the hero of Kalos. It's more of a fandom desire to have Greninja take the win. But seriously, even the battle against...
I'm sorry. He doesn't need to be in the PWC to have that battle.
Yeah,
you don't need to have Greninja come back and be in the PWC. You could just have him, like, fight. I don't know, like...
Yeah, like, people want for Infernape to battle Cynthia's Garchomp. I don't! Because it's not because of how they treated Infernape twice, right? It's because, it's too predictable. Give us a wild card, like, have Torterra battle Garchomp, if anything.
That would be sick!
That would be an actual redemption. But, it is what it is, right? And, the gist of it is that characters can return even if they are mentioned by other characters. Case in point, if you bring Alan, you kinda need to bring Marin too, and I don't see them having Marin as a relevant character. Then again, she and Koharu are basically side researchers to some capacity. But if anything, Professor Sycamore. But the problem is, Professor Sycamore is in Lumiose, the same hometown as Clement, Bonnie, and their father. So it will be difficult to be in Lumiose and meet one and not meet the other. So they have to be very crafty with how they do it, and they know for a fact that, they sadly can't, because, it's all in Lumiose City. Then again, this is Journeys. Like, Ash got Mega Lucario and he didn't call Sycamore just to mention about it. He went to a Mega Island that conveniently resurfaced to, Kalos, and he didn't call Dalan, like, hey dude, like, there's this island there, like, you should go there. Like, the thing with Journeys is that, continuity is welcoming, but you cannot have the privilege of continuity without dealing with the consequences of it. It's power without responsibility. So, is Kalos welcomed? Of course. Granted, I would like to see the Kalos that we were robbed of. Drasna, AZ, the Battle Shadow Lanes.
Yes.
We got Wigstrom. Give us, more of that.
I want to see the Battle Shadow Lanes for reasons.
I know that many people want, for Nessa to show up to develop Dracovish, and I understand that. Heck, my favorite Journeys episode is Wigstrom, developing, Ash's Farfetch. But you have to understand that, if characters show up, like, people just like the word character return, it's very intrinsic in everyone's lexicon. Character debut, they don't care about that. Galar is being hoed big time. Like, they just like to create OCs for Journeys, but they don't like to bring OCs from past series, even though they kinda make more sense. Ririka, I know that you are here, I know you love Richie. Richie would make sense to be in this show. He could debut Gigantamax Butterfree, but will they do it? Absolutely not.
Yell will debut Gigantamax Butterfree.
I don't think they were going to do that in Pokespay. Regardless, if Nessa shows up to develop Dracovish like how Alistair is going to do for Gengar, it's a great addition, it's a great way to, show the Galar characters, but that is kind of a problem for Ash, because Ash's Pokemon develop thanks to another character. Ash cannot develop his own Pokemon on his own. Isn't he meant to be the champion of Alola, or was that just a fever dream?
I mean, he's just
So-
like, oh, it's just a tournament I want.
You know what I would like to see? Alexa. She was the one that introduced Ash to Kalos. Bring Alexa, like, oh, the Cereb's labs are going to be super important. I need to write a report on this. Like, have Alexa show up. But yeah, let's move on to the next topic.
I mean, let's be honest. People want Alexa to show up.
I
not
just want to
because of
say
her
something
character.
very quickly. Rireenka in the chat says, you never know, maybe Clement might come back to invent a Find a Mew-O-Matic. And I read O-Matic, and then I thought, what if Clement makes the Cram-O-Matic in Pokemon Journeys?
You should have.
Nah.
Too bad, I already tweeted it.
Alexa played this. Oh my god.
Will not be
Alright,
a
so
issue.
Alright,
then
You know
again,
what? I'm gonna report this tweet for stupidity.
so, okay. Next topic. I was thinking we could talk about the new PokéSpec chapter, if you guys want, or we can just skip that.
we can I read it, you read it, Alex.
Yeah.
Like let's just briefly, they did okay, so my perspective, they did a good job,
Bye.
Oh yeah, Xeno
Alright,
going
so-
deafen. Xeno's gonna
Alright,
go in deafen
so-
for a bit, so he doesn't hear.
Sword and Shield, chapter 24.
Yeah.
Location, Spike Muff. We got Marnie and Pierce. Awesome. We got to see, Sword and Shieldbert. Awesome. But the highlight has to go to Lionheart Shipping. They did an amazing job with showing the backstory of Leon and Sonia in the Pokemon Adventures manga. Like, they even tackle the concept of Sonia being a battler and she had to forfeit, or not forfeit, but distant herself from the world of battling because Rose and Magnolia were both researchers. She was afraid that the audience would claim her for nepotism. We never see that in Pokemon.
Yeah.
And she talks with Cabo about Hoenn, and we have a silhouette of the Weather Trio. That's boggers.
Like,
That's
this
boggers.
chapter, this is easily my favorite incarnation of Sonia, because this backstory should be canon to the games and to the anime.
Yeah.
Like, this idea of Sonia like being stronger than Leon is so cool. Like,
Yeah.
like Leon is undefeated, but for him to actually have a rival that he's never actually beaten, like,
It follows the same category of, Guzma was also undefeated. Why? Because he only battled the ones he knew he could win.
yeah. And like, I almost want, like, obviously this will never happen, it's way too late to introduce this plot point, but like, imagine if this was canon to the anime, and like, Ash does his protagonist energy and gets Sonya back into battling, and she enters the PWC and becomes the #1 champion. Like, obviously that makes no sense, but...
Sonya is going to be the champion of Region 9. Let's go.
But, like,
also, Bolt Hunt for her.
yes,
Bolt Hunt
Bolt
for
Hunt,
her.
but like, now I want like G-Max Bolt Hunt for her ace, but like, it's just like, this is just so good for Sonya, and it's just a cool dynamic to have this character who legitimately could have been champion.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can relate to this kind of stuff of getting depressed and crap because of how other people feel. It's really cool to see how PokéSpec tackles this stuff. Like,
Yeah, but then there's the depth to it. Like there's the backstory, but the shipping, good shit.
I never
love
even
it.
thought about this shit.
like the Lionheart shipping. Like I'll be like she was in her bed and Leon is like I'm here for you and I'm like no, that is the me. Like poor Sonya, she's been absent for a year in Journeys. Like she got a lab coat and no more. Like come on, bring her back. She is in the opening this entire 2021 for what?
Or nothing.
Why wasn't she in the Opal episode? I wanted to see her bake. Nah, but we have Raihan there, like bring the storm and like.
because Journeys cares more about Raihan X Leon than Sonya X Leon.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh
it's a
no,
good
I'm
ship.
just saying. The one thing about this PokéSpec chapter that I found funny was the last page where Sonya's like, guys, Sword and Shieldbert are working with Chairman Rose. Duh. I feel like that was kind of obvious.
Yeah, well, as for Journeys tackling Sword and Shieldbird, I don't see them doing it. What I feel it's going to happen, it's like how Jesse, how Jesse and James in X and Y, they were in the landmarks of Team Flare, and they were doing the shit of Team Flare, like the fossils, and then the Pokeball Factory and Frost Cavern, and then in Alola they cosplayed as Sinnoh and Dexio, right? So I would not mind if Jesse and James in Journeys they disguised as the Sword and Shieldbird, because realistically there's nothing that those characters can provide. If you want for Rose to return because the guy's on the loose, have the guy get Regieleki or Regidrago, infinite power and energy. But that implies effort, and Journey is not the Sword and Shield series only. But they should focus a lot more on Galar. Sinnoh is not going to last forever.
Seriously, we've had 4 episodes for the Dark Stay and 4 episodes for Sinnoh 2-parters. So, is this a Galar series or a Sinnoh series? Well, the answer is an entire world series, but you know what I mean.
It's Kanto with everything else.
Yeah. All right.
No, it's not Kanto. It's Shell of Vermilion City.
Yeah, sadly, yes. All right. Are we done with PokéSpec?
Yeah.
Right.
Go read PokéSpec.
Yes, seriously, read it. It's amazing. Yellow chapter is actually not the best chapter, but Yellow.
I have returned.
All right.
Today they even tackled the sibling dynamic between Piers and Marty. So.
Oh wow! Spoilers.
All right. So let's hop into our next topic, which is our thoughts on BDSP.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Piers and Marty are siblings?
Bruh. All right. So
Shocker,
we're
right?
gonna talk about our thoughts on BDSP, and by we I mean Xano and Crow, because I have not played the games. So
because he's a loser.
take it away, you two. I'm going on mute.
Okay, Xeno, if you don't mind, I have little thoughts, so.
You can go first then.
Okay, so I'll go first. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. When the trailer got revealed in the 25th anniversary, I joked about it a lot. I call it BSDP because it was like it felt like. But months passed, they changed it. I appreciated more, the battle dynamic, amazing. The background's amazing. The music, amazing. The chibi art style, not my cup of tea. I prefer Let's Go. But it's not bad.
It's all subjective though.
Yeah, it's not bad, because people need to understand it's Ilka remaking a game that Game Freak did 15 years ago, and the whole faithfulness, it's because, they have the Masuda filter. Because we see platinum bits, but not platinum, because, in the underground, we have platinum Pokemon, but the Pokédex, it's the Diamond and Pearl, so we have the platinum flavor without the calories. The game is amazing, and the challenging, the rematches, and the Ramana Spark, the game does what it sets itself to do. Remake Diamond and Pearl. No more, no less. The biomes in the underground, amazing. So, is it a good game? Yeah. Is it the game for me? No, because I wanted a sequel and I got a prequel instead, so everyone gets the best of both worlds. As I said,
literally every single Star Wars fan, but they got the fucking prequels instead of sequels.
Yeah. So, regardless, of course that other remakes they add more. The Sevi Islands, everything that Heart Gold Soul Silver did with Crystal, the Delta episode in Auras. So they always add, and in this one they added, but what they added doesn't, satisfy the majority. But the games sold well because it's Pokemon. Nostalgia, it's there. So you can complain about the game, but there is a difference between doing a complaint about constructive criticism and just bullshitting arguments. Because those who complain and bullshit it all the way, but still buy the game regardless, those are the real hypocrites.
Jingle bells, bullshit all the way. Sorry.
Exactly. I'll be honest. I bought Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. One of my friends.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I bought Pokemon.
Sorry, oh, shut up. I'm sorry.
I bought Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. one of my friends wanted to play Sinnoh because he never played Sinnoh when it was released. So, Cyber Monday, we got a discount. He's playing Shining Pearl. He's loving it. And I'm like, yeah, because, I didn't want to spend $60 for something that I spent 14 years ago. I spent the same amount of money thanks to a discount. And I know people say, oh, it's just money. When I bought the game when I was 10 with the money of my own work by tutoring my classmates. My uncle got me the Nintendo DS with Pokemon Ranger, but Pokemon Pearl was the first game I bought with my own money.
It shows how good this man is.
Many people in the fandom, oh, I'll buy everything. It's not with your money most of the times.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I have the advantage of having my birthday like 2 weeks before a new Pokemon game comes out. So I use like the birthday money I get, or I pay for it. Like Legends Arceus, Legends Arceus, that's coming out of my damn pocket.
Yeah, but in the end of the day, I'm targeting more, the people who are adults and they already have the way to make their living.
Wait, you can't make a living out of working at a grocery store? What? Shut up.
Regardless, the games are good. If you enjoy Sinnoh, you have an experience of it. If you want, the full experience, stick with Platinum. Like, BDSP will not butcher or hinder, Legends Arceus. Heck, they did the one thing that I was kind of afraid of them doing. I was very afraid that they would gallerize Sinnoh to the point of having Gigantamax there, fuck up the lore, and Sword and Shield will not even have a VGC in their own worlds. I'm so glad they didn't do it. The competitive stays in Sword and Shield.
I'm glad we didn't get Gigantamax and Sinnoh. That would have been so fucking bad. It would have been terrible.
They have to redesign gyms. They have to redesign the gym leader outfits with the number wordplay, the Gorowarase.
Stop.
They would have to give Gigantamax to the Aces. Maylene's Lucario would have been Ash's. Do you want to see Ash with a GMX Lucario? I sure don't.
Artifice on the Okay.
So yeah. Give your 2 cents on the matter, buddy.
Alright. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, as I like to call them, Pokemon Based Diamond and not shit Pearl. Yeah. Okay. But PDSP, when I first saw it, I was like, that looks like a mobile game. It looked very good. I'm still gonna buy it, but I don't like how it looks. But I was still confident, and this was one of the times where like gameplay not final actually made an impact, because the game looks fucking beautiful. I've played the damn game. I know how it looks, and I know it's all subjective, but I believe the game both inside and outside of battles looks fantastic. In my opinion, the battles inside are the best battles I've ever looked in the entire franchise. I think they look absolutely gorgeous. I think the character models are really full of life. I think that the backgrounds are breathtaking. And I think that everything about it just makes it very immersive. Now, I will say, the overworld is very subjective. If you don't like chibi art styles, you're not going to like it. I honestly don't care. I got really nostalgic because I felt I was playing on the DS again, so I automatically loved it. But I will say the character models are but the environments themselves, in my opinion, are really, really nice looking. There's like the shading and like the textures and all that shit.
The water.
It looks... The water!
When you toss a Pokeball, the Pokeball is, doing the jiggling in the water, and you see, the water moving.
Reflection.
Yeah, you see the reflection. Yeah, that's awesome. Even in the gyms, Fantina's. Oh my,
Fantina's gym looks so good.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I haven't beat the game yet.
Yeah.
I still need to beat the Elite Four and Champion. I might do that tomorrow because I have nothing better to do because I have COVID. And even if I probably won't have COVID in like 2 days, but I still have to quarantine until the 17th, which sucks. But BDSP. I think if you were looking for an ORAS for Diamond and Pearl, go play a fucking ROM hack, bro. I don't know what else to fucking tell you. But I think the
I'm-
reason
I'm-
why they did
I'm-
this is because
I'm
as
currently-
much as I'm just gonna finish. As
Yeah,
much
so-
as people loved ORAS, big criticism they had is that they changed up a lot of shit. So I think this time they were trying to keep it more faithful so they didn't ruin Sinnoh.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me they ruined Sinnoh here, because they didn't ruin Sinnoh. They changed nothing about Sinnoh. You can't say Gen 8 ruined Sinnoh. You can say that you don't like the games, that's perfectly fine, but you can't say they ruined Generation 4 here, because this is literally just Generation 4 with some added features. And yes, I wish we got some redesigns for characters. I wish we got some better graphics. I wish we got some more things to make it distinct from the originals and make it the definitive version of Sinnoh, because Platinum is still arguably the definitive version, but you can make a case for BDSP as well. But, like, it's a fun game. It's honestly the most fun I've had with Pokemon since Pokemon Sun and Moon. Or
It's
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
so they say it's faithful. They say it's a remake. Realistically, it's
more of
not.
a remaster.
Yeah, exactly. It's a remaster, or if anything, a
Well, no,
remake.
it definitely is a.
It's
it's
a
definitely
remake
a
of
remake, though.
Platinum. It feels like
Like,
a
by
remake of
yeah.
Platinum.
By definition, it is a remake because it's a brand new engine.
Yeah.
Like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, that's a remaster. They use the same engine, but they improve the graphics and stuff. That was a remaster. This is a remake. It's an entirely new engine. By definition, it's a remake. Does it feel like a remake? Not really. But then again, though, I feel like this is on the same level as like Fire Red and Leaf Green and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Like, as much as Heart Gold and Soul Silver had like stuff in it, and it's probably one of the best Pokemon games to date. I mean, my favorite's still Black and White too. But they were still more faithful than ORAS. I feel like I think these are, in my opinion, the second worst remakes. But that doesn't like put them any lower as a Pokemon game. Like if you're bored, you want to just hop back into the world of Pokemon, have a good time. If you're stressed and shit. I mean, I know like before BDSP came out, I had a lot of school stuff. I had work, I had sports, so I wasn't stressed out. But I had a lot going on, and just being able to go back into the world of Pokemon, which is honestly like. I'll be honest, ever since I was little, I always felt like I was just completely immersed in the Pokemon world, no matter what kind of game I was playing. It's pretty much kind of like my happy place in a way, besides like hanging out with friends and crap like that. But if you want to just hop back into the world of Pokemon and you have the money to spare, I'd say give the game a shot. I think it's a perfectly fine game. I think if you're a Pokemon fan and if you enjoyed like Sword and Shield and you enjoyed the last couple of games, you're gonna love this game. And it actually is a bit more challenging than the last couple of games. Like, I lost the gym battle. I lost to Maylene. Her Lucario fucking massacred my
Yeah,
team.
because they replaced Aurasphere with Bulk Up.
Bitches. But, no, yeah. I give BDSP a shot. I think you... Okay,
the Switch has 8 accounts. So, you can... If you don't feel that the game is challenging, you can do the challenge. You can, do the things, to make the journey feel different. For example, now I'm not making a team, I'm just capturing whatever the hell I find and nicknaming it after my friends. Yeah, Zeno and Alex, you guys, your names are the names of my 2 Gastrodons. So,
let's go, take that raft, get fucked. Oh, okay.
So,
wait, Curly, you have friends? Oh my god.
Yeah, I have friends. I have friends. Continuing on. My Murkrow, like, whenever I face the ace of a gym leader, I just send Murkrow to Perish Song, because... Also, Murkrow or Absol, they have Super Luck. If you teach the TM for Thief, because how Super Luck works in Generation 8, you have higher chances of finding Pokemon with held items. So... there's that bit. Background, there's one thing that I like in the backgrounds, because when you go to the other side of Sinnoh, Mount Coronet is always visible, right? It's always towering in the background. When you go to the other side of Sinnoh, it's there, in your back. You still see a mountain, but that's Stark Mountain from the battle zone.
I know, it looks so cool! Oh my god, you hear that voice crack? My voice is about to go through a massive change, because I am, it's gonna be funny.
Replying here to the Legend of the Fallen. So, in regards to Battle Frontier or Distortion World DLC, here's the thing. DLC, it's most likely for, Legends Arceus maybe around the time of, August and December. With Sinnoh, you need to think about it from, a perspective of comparison, sadly. So, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, they had Mega Evolutions. This game could have, but they decided not.
I'll be honest, if this game had Mega Evolutions, literally nothing would change. It wouldn't change the game at all for
because
me.
they would be logged to the post game.
They would be in the post game. It would not matter.
Yeah.
The only thing is maybe they give Cynthia Mega Garchomp.
Well,
that's it.
in rematches, but that's the thing. The inclusion of Mega Evolutions doesn't mean the addition of new ones. That's what people need to understand. But now, continuing on what I was going to say, I'm shiny hunting, my Riolu from Riley's Egg, and the Cranidos from the Skull Fossils. So I'm going to I'm shiny hunting for those. Like it's been a fun experience, and it's Pokemon. It's meant to be fun. If you are not having fun with Pokemon,
you're not
games,
doing it
manga,
right.
anime, what's the fucking point?
I feel like people need to realize that Pokemon isn't Zelda and it isn't Mario. It's just meant to be fun, bro. And I'm not saying Zelda ain't fun because I fucking love Legend of Zelda. I love that series to death. But like,
PokéFirelix, thank you for the follow.
it's a fun game. Like
continue on what I was going to say. So Aurus, they didn't do the Battle Frontier. Was it a mistake? Most likely, because Yokai Watch had free DLC and they had the tease of the Battle Frontier. So if Pokemon, if Yokai Watch had free DLC in the Nintendo 3DS, why couldn't Pokemon? They could have done it, they could have done 2 DLCs because in the source material, in the code for Generation 6, you have that Pentagon. That Pentagon it has 6 icons. So people were saying X, Z, Y, Z. No. Those 2 extra icons, it was meant for a Z DLC in X and Y, and the Battle Frontier DLC in Aurus. Those are what the codes were meant to be. And now you need to think about in this. We have the Battle Tower. We don't have the Battle Frontier. We have the Battle Tower. Now, if we have a DLC for the remakes with a Battle Frontier, it will not make the BDSP better. If anything, it will just make Aurus worse by comparison. Because when I played Aurus and I saw the Delta episode and the new redesigned Magma and Aqua, my thought process was very simple. This should have been a sequel. Like this should have been a sequel, not just be just a post game, right? And that's what I wanted for Sinnoh, because when people want remakes of something, they don't want to repeat the story. They want to revisit the region. The Pokemon franchise repeats the story because of safety and because the people who are born never played the story when it was around. And now they are learning from this. I have no doubts that in 2028, around Gen 10, we are going to get Ebony Black.
Fucking 10.
We are going to get Ebony Black and Ivory White. We are going to get those games, but we are
I am excited for Gen. I don't care what anyone says.
But we are also going to get, Legends Kyurem or even Victini for all that we know.
Legends Victini.
So they are learning.
They
are learning. That's all I have to say.
No, Kuro, you're wrong. It's gonna be Legends Landorus.
The origins of competitive.
Alright, well, I think we've gone on for this for way too long. We're already 48 minutes into the stream and we haven't even talked about the main topic yet.
Woo!
So, I will now unmute my mic for the first time in like 20 minutes. I'll say one thing on BDSP, even though I haven't played the games. The in-battle, art style looks freaking amazing, and it's probably the best Pokemon has ever looked in the, 3D.
Yeah, I already said that, Alex!
Whatever. My favorite Pokemon art style is still Unova, because I like sprites more, but yeah.
Hold on, why is Markiplier trending on Twitter?
I don't know. Alright.
I just saw that.
Our next topic is the Pokemon anime, Pokemon Journeys Winter Specials, the last 2 episodes.
Oh boy. Oh freaking boy.
I will let you guys start because you guys like it.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do, Kuro. Yeah, we do.
It was amazing.
It was
Zeno,
amazing.
please start. Please start.
Okay. GB Dawn must be protected at all costs. I don't care what anyone says. The end. I'm kidding.
You mean dust?
All right.
You beat.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. So, the premise was really, really cool. I think it was really, really cool. And for some reason, Wishes Team Rocket came back, which is always appreciated, you know. But you know, actually, I think what happened is the technology they used is actually made out of the meteorite. Because in this universe, Team Rocket versus Team Plasma actually happened. And they won.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm willing to buy that.
Meteorite was used to build the technology. And then Giovanni was like, you know, fuck Unova, bro. Screw this shit. I want God. So, they captured Dialga and Palkia. Okay, but
Actually,
being
there is
serious.
so if we consider that to be true, I actually will say I disagree with that just because their alternate universe seems to be taking place at the time of the Diamond and Pearl series. Yes. Ash has Infernape.
Which makes no sense
They
because...
don't know Go or Koharu. Wait,
Well,
yeah, it's weird.
But
So,
was it ever
no,
confirmed that Dawn and Ash know each other?
Because here's the thing. So this in our reality, it takes place at the time of journeys. In theirs, it takes place basically a mid-quel of Diamond and Pearl and Black and White, because Ash is still in Sinnoh, right? He has Infernape, right? But he has the Journeys clothes. But that's because it's Journeys,
Yeah.
right? But in the end of Diamond and Pearl, we met Matori, right? And Meowth is now the boss of the Matrix. So
Meowth Matrix.
yeah, it's the Meowth Matrix, right? So basically what happens is that, this in that other reality, things don't move as fast, or the gates don't, because it's space-time gates, so they can take you, into different points of also the time of the other timeline. Then again, it's a convoluted plot. They didn't think about it, so why should we? It was fun and entertaining, and that's what mattered. They did what they set out to do. Let's promote the remakes. No more, no less.
Alright, but back to what I was saying. So we learned that, people in Pokemon, Piplup gets kidnapped. This is giving me, XY vibes from that one Mirror episode, and the vibes continue on. We'll get to that. But, so, Don's, Pochima gets kidnapped. That was the worst voice crack of my life, Jesus Christ. But, Piplup gets kidnapped by alternate universe Dawn, or Gustask, according to Kuro. But, so yeah, no. So, Dawn's Piplup gets kidnapped. I do have to say, when they're thinking about, what kind of thing it was, and when Ash mentioned Ultra Wormholes, that was really cool. Yeah. I think that was just nice continuity there. Nothing, it was very subtle. There was no need for it to be in the episode, but it's appreciated. We then move on to basically alternate universe Team Rocket, just coming in and just taking Pokemon. And Ash was in BDSP flashbacks instead of PTSD flashbacks. To Operation Tempest. And he's like, oh shit, these fuckers are back. So, Ash, I think it was Lucario and Inteleon get kidnapped. So oh no, and then Go and Dawn get put in there, which I really liked. I liked how Ash was with Koharu and Go was with Dawn, because that wasn't an interaction we got.
You see, I liked it until it literally added nothing, because they didn't have any cool interactions with each other. You can continue.
Yeah, bitch. Okay, but so the episode goes on, and then we learn that Dawn is at this alternate universe. Dawn actually placed top 2 in the Sinnoh League, which means someone fucking drugged Tobias. So
he's a coordinator.
Tobias is a coordinator, which means that Zoe challenged the Elite Four.
All right, I mean it's a cool concept. I wish we got more alternate universe Ash. Besides, he's literally just XY Crybaby Ash. That's literally all he is.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say so. Because XY Crybaby Ash was a crybaby and got pissed at stupid stuff because he was an incompetent little stupid kid.
Just give me the same type of vibes.
This AU Ash is just emotional.
It's a deliberate homage, right? because you know what they did? The writers were very smart with this. They saw how the fandom hated the fact that Ash is dumbed down to make Go look good. So let's dial this shit. Let's dial this shit to an 11. Let's make Ash a crybaby and Go the baddest chat of all the universe.
Yeah, wait, I gotta talk about the next. So like, basically, then they meet up with Cynthia. If everyone was sipping over on the internet for some reason. I'm kidding. I understand. I understand why. I just don't see the appeal because I'm not attracted to 2D women like a certain someone in this call. So Cynthia helps out. She has a coma, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then
They Master ZX.
yeah, Pokemon Master Sex. What?
Wait, can I say something quick about
Sorry.
Cynthia?
If it's about how she's a
No, I'm not gonna sip over. So, I've seen that like people are complaining that Cynthia returned because she did nothing, but I absolutely love that she's here, and I love what Journeys is doing with her. She's returning randomly in these very small, like, portions, like at the end of the Voltor battle and here, where she doesn't do anything except hype up the future. At the end of the Voltor battle, they reveal she's.
Because
Let
you know for a
me
fact.
finish.
Oh, sorry.
At the end of the Voltor battle, they reveal she's in the Master's 8. So there's a reason she was there. In this episode, the reason she was there was to reveal she had a Como. So they're building this up. Next time we see Cynthia, we might see another member of her team, or a Mega Evolution, or a Xeno move, you know?
And the unknown episode because of the Sinja ruins and shit. It was not
not
Sinja
to
ruins,
mention.
but it was basically around the premise of that.
Not to mention the two Garrett.
I want for Cynthia to use a Z move. Like Mega Guard Chomp is too predictable. Have a Z move.
Not to mention that we know. I'm pretty positive the two guaranteed battles we're gonna get by the end of Journeys is Ash vs Cynthia and Ash vs Leon. Like.
No, he's actually gonna lose in the first match to Paul, who's in the Masters 8. Yep.
Okay. What if Ash woke up on time?
Continue.
Okay, but then I gotta talk about this guy, the goats, the actual freaking goats. AU, Go, and Goharu. They're goated. They're so goated.
Did you say
Bro,
they're goated?
How about you shut the fuck
Oh,
up?
what
Oh my
Pokefarlex
god!
is saying-
What is going on? My voice. Oh my god.
What PokéFarlex is saying is actually true. Like AU Chloe meeting Clement. Yeah, she was a hacker, boy. So in that reality, she most likely hang around more Ghost parents because they are basically engineers, or she helps her dad around the lab with Krissa and Reggie more often because. The other Clement of the Mirror World, instead of being technology,
The wizard.
He was a wizard. So it kind of makes sense that the other Koharu is a hacker because our Koharu has episodes focused on fairy tales. The Ponyta, Alice in Wonderland. This one, Alice through the Looking Glass. The Vaporeon, Little Mermaid, Espeon and Umbreon, Prince and the Pauper. Regina was frozen. If she returns, it's frozen too.
Oh my god. Okay, but
I want an
it bad?
episode
Is
that's
it-
going.
is it-
I want
okay.
I want an episode that's Beauty and the Beast and Go is the Beast.
rawr.
No. What did I say?
I was gonna say. Alex.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna say that. Nope.
There,
Gonna
no.
restrain myself.
Even a
I'm gonna
relationship.
restrain myself.
Like even a relationship with Yamper, it's basically Dorothy and Toto. Ash is the Scarecrow because he has no brain. Go is the Tin Man because he has no heart. And the Lion without courage, it's her Eevee. It's a big ass ball of yeah.
I just pictured Opal. I'm gonna catch you and your little dog too.
The wicked witch of Balloonly.
The Wicked Witch of Galar.
The wicked witch of Galar.
Someone's got to make like a poster of this where they Photoshop
Alright, so-
everyone onto it.
Also, can we talk about how literally every
Someone
interpretation
clip
of
that.
Goharu besides can we talk about how every interpretation of Goharu besides Goharu is more interesting than the actual Goharu? we got?
Wrong. Right.
I wish Hacker Koharu was the real Koharu, because she's goated.
I wish Hacker Koharu was like an actual character instead of like a character of the day.
And then Haruhi was just interesting.
I don't even remember that episode. It was filler.
Okay, but back to that. I really liked AU Go and Chloe. Also, I definitely prefer Go's AU jacket over his normal one. I liked the gold and red way more. That's just subjective.
That other reality proves one thing. Go can't be a protagonist without Ash, because like because you know episodes take 1 year to be made. So we are in Journeys 90. So 1 year ago it was basically around 1 year, because I'm counting breaks. So he got Aerodactyl in 38 and Flygon in 36. Those are earned. Those are actually earned captures. He captured those when Ash was not even around, or it was not even his focus. So the other Go, it's competent enough to travel the world either on his own or with Koharu, and that other Go, by having a Cinderace, it means that maybe he got rebooted by battling Grant Matori, because Jesse and James, they are not, the stupid Rockets, right? And he most likely went to Galar, and he either A, saved Internatus alone, or B, he battled Oleana to continue to have Cinderace, and because Koharu is a hacker, she saved Internatus from Chairman Rose by hacking into the Macrocosmos system. Yeah!
Yeah. Well, there's so much cool stuff you can think about in this AU. Like, I would love to read fanfics about it.
And that's the problem. But, that's
yeah. All right. So back to my review. What is going on?
What? You okay, Zip?
My voice.
You sound
cracks.
fine.
You
I
want to
said-
scream, maybe if you don't scream, you won't have voice cracks, just the fun.
You don't tell me what to do. All right. So, I don't think anyone else really cared about this, but the music that played when the group fought Team Rocket was so freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it reminded me of that one OST from Haikyuu.
With the
Where,
violins.
like, everything gets hype. Yeah.
If you go on YouTube and look up the one violin song from Haikyuu, that song will come up.
Yeah, it's a very good song. I
It's
recommend everyone
Hayashi,
listen to it.
so...
Yeah, it's automatically gonna be good. But yeah, no, that song was really good. And then like they pray to God, and God goes, "My children, I hear you." And then he saves everybody, and then they live happily ever after. And then AU Go and Goharu kiss. And
The end. Okay, so...
so overall, the special, I really enjoyed it. I think it definitely could have benefited from one more part. I think it was a really solid special. Miles better than the summer special. And I think like we definitely need more of these. And I also like how it teased Legends Arceus. That was really cool.
So,
And yeah,
if you were...
I give the special like a 7.5, 8 out of 10.
Alright, fair enough.
I got some things to say.
All right, I'm done. Wait,
Yeah,
let's let
wait,
Kuro go first.
Okay,
We're saving
so... Yeah, we're saving the heel for last.
Fair,
Alright, so... I watched this special with the lenses that it was meant to be provided. Watch this as a special, no more, no less. This is here to promote the remakes. It has nothing to do with the actual plot. There will be no consequences, no repercussions, because, let's face it, if they wanted to care for the Algen Palkia in, a more narrative matter, they would have done what they did with Halan, right? They would have sidelined that for the story of another character, or they could have done a plot that it's not even related to the mascot Pokemon. We could have seen Etran. We could have seen Go and Koharu raise a Manaphy egg. Yes, I want that, please. We never saw Go raise a Pokemon egg before. We could have seen Barry, right? But we got, Evolutions 5. But they are very secure in that, safety bubble of Dawn is the poster child. She's there, and of course that many people were upset and, oh, it's her team. They didn't change. She's in stasis. My personal opinion on that matter is Dawn is more to her character than just contests. I wasn't sad that her team showed up or that it was the same. I was sad because showing up, it's all they'll get. The other Dawn had a Baniri with Mega Punch. We finally got Baniri's fourth move, but it wasn't our Dawn. So I wasn't sad that she returned or that they didn't do anything or, that the Pokemon were the same. It's just because it's window dressing. No more, no less. It's slideshow syndrome. Journeys always does it. Is she welcomed? Yeah, because, it's Dawn. Would I like another character like Barry or even Tokyo because of space-time shit and Celebi? Of course. But one thing that people need to understand is that Dawn never returned for her own growth, but yes for the others. In the midsummer, it was for Chloe. Now, she spent time with Go. In Hisui, if she returns, we don't know. She might spend time with Ash and people will finally get that eye touch that everyone wants, right? Only time will tell. But now, to the episode. The Alter Rockets. They were amazing. I like how Wobba Fett has the sonance, the deep voice. When they got Intel and Lucario, my brain of course started to think, they are still in water type, maybe they need them for their plants. No, just wanted Pokemon for the sake of wanting Pokemon. And they continue on with the plot, with the gates. We see Twin Leaf, we see Sandgem, we see the Canalave Library. We never went there. So we see snippets here and there, right? And they go to the other universe. The music, angelic. It really fits the theming of, the Pokemon actually feel like legendaries. And we see Rowan, even though it's the other one. But we see him, it was amazing. Pichu, awesome.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna be honest, Rowan looks hella better in the Journeys art style than he ever did the Diamond and Pearl art style.
Yeah, fair enough. So, the Rockets, right? The Rockets, the Meowth Matrix. They are a bunch of non-archers. James disguising as Rowan, he pulled a Petrel on us. It was amazing. But Meowth actually wearing technical machines to use Dark Pulse, that was all of that is good, and it's good eye candy, if anything, because they know what they were meant to do, like eye candy people, right? Hype it up, because it's Pokemon, right? And we have Pichu, that was wholesome, right? We had Why Not, that was unexpected to me, but I'm very, realistically, how could they have shown a Why Not in this show? So, yeah. And Dragonair and Haunter, Ash finally got a Haunter after 24 years. Amazing. And we see Infernape doing what Infernape does. Show up, right? It's the other Ashes. Shows up. And we got to see Reboot and Scorbunny, but even if they evolved, they still kicked ass. They double kicked ass. We saw Riolu, Sobble, Drizzle, Monferno.
Yeah, they did.
And all of that shebang, right? And of course that, when people watch this, they always should see this with, the idea of this is a special, this is meant to not be taken at face value, this isn't serious, so just embrace the bullshit. And they wrote that.
The bullshit.
Yeah,
that is an amazing saying.
Yeah, they wrote that with that mindset of, because, in the end of the day, writers and artists, they are not the higher-ups. Not even the executives are the higher-ups. So, if they don't allow us to do what we want, let's just bullshit it, right? Let's,
Oh, hell.
And of course, people, what about the Lake Guardians? What about Giratina? They solved that with a Prey. And I'm like, they did something similar in the Necrozma arc. However, it was a Deus Ex Machina. Yeah, it was. But in the end of the day, there is nothing that they could have realistically done to solve the problem, because the Pokemon were all eggs. If you have the Lake Trio, it devalues the Galactic arc, right? If they had Giratina, it devalues the movies. Heck, they are already being super risky with using the Algen Palkia a third time, because they're already devaluing the depth of those legendaries.
Fair.
But having the problem being solved by praying to Arceus, it actually makes, Arceus, feel like a legendary Pokemon. Granted, this is of course convoluted because Arceus would have not even allowed for that to happen. Like if Arceus saw that, since moment one, he would not even allow. But plot needs to happen, right? It's all for the sake of the plot, as stupid as it might be. And now, the other guys, right? The Alter versions, not the Prime, the Alter versions. The other Dawn, second place in the Sinnoh League. So she's a battler. It's safe to assume that, she either lost to Tobias in the finals, but I like to believe that Tobias is a coordinator, right? So Zoe challenged the Elite Four. This Ash is a crybaby, but he still has an Infernape, so he's just more emotional. The one thing that I kind of feel a little bit of a grasp with it is that, the other Go and Koharu, because of the suits of armor and whatever more, like, there are ideas behind of how or what they could have done, and if Hisui comes into play, I want for the Alter Koharu, you know how they do the pairings, right? So here's how you do pairings. Ash and Dawn in Hisui, right? Have Ash and Dawn. No more, no less. Go and Koharu, the Prime versions hang around the Alter versions. Have Alter Go hang around with Prime Koharu, and Alter Koharu hang around with Prime Go. That way, those kids who basically grew up together can see something in the other versions of themselves that they realize it first. So they are basically being their own wingman.
I like that. I
right?
like that. Yeah.
But the one thing that I kind of dislike is that if I feel that they could have been rockets because of the idea that, can you imagine a universe where after Fuji failed with Mewtwo, Giovanni basically hires Cerise, and since Jessie's mom discovered Mew, Go and Koharu joined Team Rocket because of that silly ass fascination? It's good to think about. They will never do it, but they should never take our audience to face value. We are not as dumb as they think that we are. Like, they know how for us to work our brain juice.
Yeah.
So, at face value, did this special contributed anything for the plot or even actual journeys? Absolutely fucking not. But it was hilarious. It was entertaining. It did what it set out to do. It's a buy our toys 2 episode. No more, no less. I give it a 9 out of 10.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
Also, the other Koharu uses masculine honorifics because she's a tomboy.
Yeah, it's
so
cool. It's like
there's that.
Annabelle.
Yeah.
I watched AG dubbed, right? And I was like so confused when Ash was like, "Wait, you're a girl?" But it makes a lot more sense with the Japanese.
Because they don't want to go, because if they really wanted to go balls to the walls with this, they could have risk to the point of the other versions of them. They would not have the same Pokemon. For example, the other Chloe could have a Bolt Hunt or a Flareon. The other Go could have had a Thwackey or something around those lines. Maybe in that.
Oh, I didn't even realize I was muted.
Bruh.
Maybe in that other reality, Koharu could have been the one to caught Suicune. But don't take this special at face value. The writers didn't either.
Fair. Alright.
Alex, did you see DMs?
Yes, I did. You guys want to hear me complain?
I would love to hear
Yeah,
Alex
By the
complain.
way, no one's chatting in the chat for a good bit, so tell me your thoughts in the chat, please. I want interactions. So
Let's just say we're probably gonna be here for another
Thanks for
hour.
the follow.
So-
Why is that font purple? Xander
Guys,
XOG.
wait, guys, hold on. If I were to put music on from Spotify, would it go through the stream?
Yeah, so don't do it. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to the chat, Vulpix43. Alright, I'm gonna complain. So, the first episode was really good. I have about one complaint. And I know Kara already talked on this, and I do feel like Dawn felt very stagnant here. I just don't show her team if, I don't know. I'm fine with Bunnyray not evolving, because it probably doesn't want to, since it never did. But I feel like we should have seen Typhlosion. That's just my opinion. Or like, it would have been even cooler if we didn't see her team and she sent out Typhlosion while they were in the battle. But that'd be pretty dope. And then it devolves into Cyndaquil and Egg. Alright. Probably my biggest complaint here is just the fact that Dawn is here at all. Like, I get it. They need to promote BDSP. But Dawn doesn't do anything. She's just there. She doesn't develop any of the characters. She's just there.
Volbex43, thank you for the follow.
Yes, thank you. She's just there to be there to promote stuff. She does nothing. I don't care that she's there. All she says is Daijobu a couple times. That's about it. It's just... And like, this is the second time we've seen Dawn in a row. We have not had any other companion returns in between. Like, what? Why does Dawn get special treatment? She gets 4 episodes, when every other companion has gotten 1. And Gary technically got 2. Like,
well, I mean, if you, I guess if you count Karina.
Yeah, I guess so. But like, imagine if other characters got 4 episodes. We get a 2-parter early on with Iris being the gym leader and battling Ash, and then another 2-parter where she takes the champion title from Alter. Like, I want this, you know? But it's just Dawn for special treatment because of BDSP, and it's stupid, and it is BSDP. I have 2 more complaints. Curse Slime, thank you for coming to the chat. I know you IRL, so thanks. He says, what if the other Sinnoh playable character joined? You mean Lucas? Yeah, that'd be cool if AU Ash was like Lucas. What do you guys think of that?
I mean, we know he exists.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Lucas wasn't that one movie.
He and Brandon do the Battle Tower challenges.
I mean, I don't care for Lucas, but hey, if Dia from the manga was there, I love Dia. Yeah, I see you too, Xander XRG in chat. Alright. Back to me complaining, though. My next complaint. Now, there's no way that they could have gotten around this, so, like, I'm not mad they did it, because it obviously had to happen. But I don't like that Pikachu reverted to a Pichu. Like, Ash's Pikachu's whole thing is that it wants to be strong without evolving. So from my point of view, wouldn't Pichu just be like, oh, I'll just be the strongest Pichu now, you know? Like,
but that's not tied to the story, like it's something that he couldn't control.
I know. But it just like, I feel like what's happening, like I want to see what's happening in Pikachu's state of mind. He just kind of seems content being a Pichu. And I mean, obviously they don't have time to cover it, nor, you know, how are you going to deal with that? I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way.
No, I understand, you know, like, stuff happens to the Pokemon, but the Pokemon, they have to tune off their actual characters. Like, we don't see reactions from them. Like, you know, Inteleon and Lucario are just in the cage, and they are just, you know, in there. Like, they don't attack the cage at all. They just, you know, like, sup, bro.
Yeah, they're like, why doesn't Ash have his Mega Glove? Like, when Lucario gets captured, have a Mega Glove until it breaks out. That's what happened when Diantha's Gardevoir got captured, if I remember correctly. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but, you know, it's plot, or more lack thereof.
Yep. Alright. I have one final complaint. I have a list that I'm going through, by the way.
So, do you now?
So one of the things I complained about earlier was why is Dawn here? But really what I want to say is, why is anyone here? Because they don't do anything. They're like, Pikachu.
Okay, well we know why Ash and Go obviously are here, because...
Well, yeah, but let me finish. They go into the Ultra Wormhole, gate, and do the thing, and they're like, God, please help us. But like, does them being there matter? Because like, if they weren't there, I'm sure Arceus would be like, oh crap, the world's going poopy, and then go and help, you know? Like, this episode could literally just have, no, it shouldn't be, this plot would be horrible, but it literally could have just been Ash and Go hang out, their Pokemon all evolve, they're sad, they cry, they wait 10 minutes, and everything goes back to normal because Arceus went and helped out, you know? Like, because if Ash and Go just slept through the whole thing, nothing would have changed. Arceus would have still happened. Their little prayer to Arceus meant nothing. Like, that did nothing, you know?
I thought it was funny, because they were praying to God.
I just...
No, but I understand, like, Alex, as you stated, and brilliantly, and shining. So, like, again, They didn't care for this plot. It's just a special for buy our toys. This has no consequences for the actual plot. Like, the Midsummer was to, Dream Crusher, thank you for the follow. Like, Midsummer was a prelude for the remakes. This is a prelude for Legends. Like, it's prelude episodes. Sadly, they are
So then
not.
what is then what is the Legends
sadly,
special gonna be?
like, sadly, yeah, there's nothing
Denied.
special to this special, right? If they wanted to care for actual Dialga and Palkia stuff, this could have been something deal in the sidelines. Again, like Alan's Mega Evolution specials. But what character could have they used for that? Realistically, Tokyo, because he wants Celebi, so have Tokyo do his own shit, but they cannot afford for that, right? But Tokyo thing with Dialga and Palkia and then rejoining Go and meeting Ash and Kloharu for his Sui stuff, that could have made sense. Barry helps you out as the rival to defeat that in the actual Diamond and Pearl games. Why is it Barry here? Because he's an actual canon character. Because Dawn is the poster child of Sin.
Yeah, like
She gets, like, here's the thing. Dawn gets privilege in terms of screen time only. Because Iris only had one episode and she was given everything and more. Dawn got 4, but she's in stasis. So character returns have an imbalance in terms of what they do or get or what they don't or don't get,
yeah, like
Like, for Iris, there's too much in terms of growth, but for Dawn, there's too much of screen time. Again, it's very imbalanced. It's super imbalanced.
yeah, it's just okay. So this Dream Crusher guy in the chat, I know him. He's being stupid. So guys, just ignore him. Thanks. Yeah, this special. I think I've said all my complaints. Do we have anything more to say?
By the way, there is one thing, like, this, okay, so, there are a lot of shit to complain about this special, but, I think that the embracing of the bullshit kind of, the pros negate the cons, but there is one thing that I don't know how to there is one thing that spirals to a whole bunch of situations, and it's not even the alternate universe, it's the universe prior. So, Ash mentions to Dawn if the gate that she saw was the Ultra Wormhole, right?
Yeah.
So, we know for a fact that Ultra Wormholes don't just happen in Alola. Case in point, Crown Tundra. Lily's father in the games was there, and if Lily and Gladeon return, it's going to be for that. Even though I'm scared, whatever. It will happen when it happens. Heck, Lily and Gladeon could have got, the Dialga and Palkia shit and then, like, have their own side story instead of Tokyo. Regardless. So, Ash, he talks with Dawn. Do you know if it was an Ultra Wormhole? And she says, I don't know. It's not the I don't know of, she doesn't know if it was. It's a I don't know in terms of, it's the Wakaranai, so it's more, she doesn't even know what that is. But, the Officer Jennies of those worlds, they imply that, they call it gates,
Yeah.
right? Gates of light, because it's Ikari, right?
Yeah.
So, but that kind of, if she knew, or if, more people know of Ultra Wormholes, right? Because after the incidents of Alola, Ultra Wormholes should be, something that the entire world should realistically be aware about. But, are you telling me that the Pokemon world knows about Ultra Wormholes, but not Ash's champion title? That is kind of bullshitty. The other thing that's bullshitty, it's when, they get separate, and then Koharu asks Ash, do you know a Pokemon that can travel through worlds? And he says Palkia, and I'm like, I don't know if I should pat you in the back for mentioning Palkia and remembering the guy, or if I should slap you for not mentioning Solgaleo.
seriously, like I tweeted that, like I get it.
You tweeted that?
Yeah, I did tweet that.
Oh, okay, no. This was a conversation that I was having with a friend of mine on Twitter, but I didn't know you tweeted that. Oh my god. Okay. By the way, guys, follow Rowan
She's
Hart.
based.
So yeah, Rowan Hart's on Twitter was the one that actually, mentioned it, and we were talking. So yeah, but oh my god. So Alex, you're not the only one thinking about
You
it. Man. Like,
commented on
that's
my
amazing.
tweet because I was like, all right, I get they said Palkia because it has to be for the plot, but realistically, Ash should mention Navi first.
Solgaleo.
Like, that should be
Yeah.
his first train of thought, especially since he went for Ultra Wormholes, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like...
Because that's the problem with the episodes. Episodes are written by more than one person and they don't talk with each other.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I write page 1, you write page 15, but we don't talk about what's happening between 2 and 14.
Yeah, it's like, alright, let's just write stuff and hope it works out. The episode ends up being just a jumbled mess. Yeah, let's release this.
Yeah. But it was entertaining.
Uh,
So is there any... Okay, Alex. So, Xeno, you gave it a 7.5?
I'm probably more around an 8.
8. I give it a 9. Alex, what's your Reiki?
I give the first episode a 9, I give the second episode a 2.
So,
What?
9
Bro.
2, so 9 2, it's 11, so 5.5 overall.
Yeah, I'll go with that. It's a good average.
Okay, so I have to ask, Alex, because you are the heel of the conversation, was there anything you enjoyed from
I
this
loved
special?
the first episode. I love how Cynthia was handled. Absolutely love that. How they...
Okay, so
Valid.
you enjoyed the serious tone of episode 1, but the goofiness of episode 2 kinda to you,
No,
is that it?
I mean, kinda. I feel like episode 1 was great for setup. Like, it really got me hyped. I think they did a lot of good stuff, and they just... Episode 2 didn't finish it off.
Yeah, well, that's basically a proxy problem because, I will say this. My original ranking was like, between a 6 and an 8 originally. But then I reminded myself, wait, this is not meant to be taken seriously. This is the Gintama effect of journeys. So I had to, turn my brain off while I was watching this and just, watch for what it is, right? But sadly, we cannot rank this higher because, it's a special. It's not an arc. It's not a movie, it's not even a trilogy, even though the premise of such is more fitting with that, let's face it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I can give it a meh out of 10. That's about
A
it.
meh out of 10.
Meh.
Alright.
Alright, should we move on to our final topic of the night?
Woo! Let's go.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
we just
yeah.
had the winter special, but what's coming next? It's the Gengar 2-parter.
Thank
Possibly
God!
a 3-parter. We don't know.
Thank God!
Thank Arceus, you mean.
Ami-san! Oh my God! It happened again!
So, I'll start.
Well,
We...
I just like how, December, it's the embodiment of Generation 8. 2 episodes of Sinnoh, 2 episodes of Galar.
True.
Chef's kiss.
Alright. Yay! Gengar's finally here. I like this. I'll ignore the possible problems about Gigantamax, because I know Kuro will cover those. I'm just glad he's here. I'm glad Alistair's here, although it is a bit annoying that, like, we've only seen small bits of Galar, like, alright, we finished up Stone Inside with B, what's next? Stone Inside again, and we already saw Stone Inside in the Dark Stay, like, I get it has to be Alistair, but, like, I don't want to see Stone Inside 3 times. I want to see Stone Inside, and then Sirchester, and then Turfield, you know? Like, I get for plot reasons, they can't, and it's not the biggest deal, because we're getting a cool plot, hopefully, out of it. It's just weird. But, I mean, it's nice to see Gengar get something. Hopefully, after this, we can get something for Dracovish, and then maybe Dragonite, because he kind of needs something. But, yeah, just, I'm glad Gengar's here. He's doing stuff. He deserves it. And it makes me happy. Oh, actually, you know what? I have something to say.
Oh, okay.
I was saying that I'm mad that it's so inside, but I'll excuse it for Alistair. I disagree. Why Alistair? Why can't we have Clara? Because then we see other places, and she uses poison types, and then we don't have to be forced into a G-Max Gengar mirror match. We can have G-Max Gengar versus, well, I guess G-Max Garbodor, because I would want to do another, like, it should be a G-Max battle. I don't know. Maybe this sounded better in my head. But Clara's hot, so I want to see her in the anime, and it makes more sense. Alright, I'm done.
Alright, Xeno, go for it.
Gengar's getting shit. Like, about damn time. I'm hoping that at least helps him a bit, his character. I hope that it helps. It expands on the character. I'm excited to see Alistair, because he's always been like the worst, like in my opinion, the lesser out of the two.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping the anime can give him some more like personality and stuff like that, and make him be more likable. The fact that Ash is going to be using a Gigantamax Gengar, hopefully instead of Gigantamax Pikachu, makes me very happy, because that means Pikachu's reserved for the 10 million volt Thunderbolt, and as a Sun and Moon fan, I believe that's all I should use.
Yeah. I say that as an X5 stand. I agree. Although I love Sun and Moon too.
Alright, so
I mean, like, I don't really have much else to say. It just looks very promising, and I'm excited to see where it goes, but I can't really say anything about it yet, because obviously it hasn't released yet, so...
alright, so I'm going to give my 2 cents on the matter. I am happy that Gengar is getting focus, right? There's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, you know, the timing and the placement. It's not that it's too late, but we can sense the pattern of, you know, Ash needs another character to fully fledge his Pokemon without being it on his own. That's why people are saying Nessa for Dracovish, and I'm like, whatever. Anyways, so, Gengar and Gigantamax. As Alex stated before, this was also an idea that I had, because Alistair being the Shield gym leader, right? In the Darkest Day, we saw a Galarian Yamask in the Stow Inside gym. So, my idea is, while B is traveling, he takes care of the gym. Sadly, that might be the case, but the gym doesn't change colors or even the symbol of the entry like an hologram. So they have force fields but not holograms. Whatever. But they want to make Gigantamax feel earned with a soup. But realistically, that doesn't make sense at all. And the worst part is that they are backtracking to Stow Inside. So, the promise of the episode, the premise of the episode is the following: Ash and go to Winden to go to Stow Inside, right? So they take a plane to one place to get the train on the other place.
Yeah.
Why are they going there? We don't know. We'll figure it out. But it really feels backtracking, because we were in Balloonly, and then, you know, Johto and Kalos, and return to Stow Inside, and we do Sinnoh shit in also Hoenn, and return to Stow Inside again. If they cared for an actual narrative, Ash would have trained Gigantamax with Opal to then battle B, and Mega Lucario would have been postponed for another time. Because if Ash is to battle Alistair in a Gigantamax mirror match, that means shit, because it devalues Gigantamax Gengar on his own, because Ash is not the only one to have it, right? So, if they are even using the Max Mushrooms for that, again, use the Isle of Armor. Instead of focusing on the Ghost side of Gengar, focus on the Poison side of Gengar, because you are collecting mushrooms. Mushrooms can be poisonous, right? So, utilize the character of Clara. They don't even need to go to the dojo this one time, because they are most likely saving that for Leon and Hop and for their broader dynamic and character development, right? That's why we have the Urshifu with the Chasers.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to, you know, Gengar, it's kind of telegraphed in the way that, you know, we have the Ghost Train and we're going to see Ghost Pokemon, right? And Ash is going to get possessed by the Spiritomb. Spiritomb, as of now, is only weak to Fairy, so maybe this is the episode where Gengar will learn Dazzling Gleam to deal with Spiritomb. At least that's how it's being telegraphed,
Fair.
right? And, you know, but the problem lies on, you know, Ash gets power-ups, but the way he gets it and the way he shows it, it feels super superfluous. Like, Ash could win without them, but he wins with them to have a sense of grandiose that it doesn't even needs to be there. Case in point, he used the Pikachu EMZ against Voltner. It devalues Tapu Koko. Does it look cool and pretty? Yes, but it devalues Tapu Koko and the battle in Diamond and Pearl because Pikachu defeated Electivire without the usage of a Z move in Diamond and Pearl. So why does he need to use it here,
For
right?
views.
Yeah. So, case in point, this is again going to be another two-parter, not a special because it actually has consequences to the plot, right? So, in the end of the day, it's to show Galar, have the Galar quota, and checklist that in the box. But Clara would have made more sense, right? Because she's a sword character. So if you have B, have Clara. I wanted for Alistair to help Go in the Crown Tundra with Spectrier, and Melanie with Glastrier.
I
because
like
they
this.
are Ghost and Ice Pokemon.
And we get Hot Melody in the end. I mean, what? Yeah, sounds good.
But
Just shut up.
we need to tackle Gordy in the future, and we still have 15 to 16, like 15 characters. We have 15 characters in the Galar series to tackle. They have time. They can do it. It can be super crammy if it, like a Lola's third year if Journeys ends next year. I hope not. But they can also go with the power of us approach and make us care for an entire city in just an hour and a half. Which, I will find it difficult, but it's manageable. It's difficult but manageable, right?
Yeah.
If Twilight Winks made us care for Alistair in just 6 minutes, but it's more it's more of a stigma that Journeys kind of has because Dawn being back without her doing anything realistically gets more hyped over seeing Alistair, who's actually going to do shit, not for himself, of course, but again, it feels out of place because it feels super inorganic that they are going to return to Stow Inside the third time instead of doing Balloonly, the battle, the training.
You gotta go visit the Wicked Witch of Galar.
So yeah, it's going to happen, and Tetsuo Yajima, the director of X and Y, is going to return to storyboard this specific episode Friday, because episode not return to storyboard. He already storyboarded, but he made the movies of The Power of Us and Coco, and since 2021 had no movie, he had time to storyboard debatably episodes for the third year of Journeys. So if 2022 looks good, you have the guy to thank for it because the pandemic happened and there was no movie. And in the end of the day, that's what the specials are. The midsummer and the winter, they are replacements for a movie that we didn't got. It's in your face, as blunt as it can be. Next year, Pokemon is going to turn 25, and therefore, the I Choose You movie is going to turn 5 years old. I have no doubts that Ash can re-meet Sorrel and Verity in Sinnoh, and they time travel to Hisui, and they do the Hisui shit in the movie instead of the anime, or they can do a web series like Twilight Winks for Hisui. Because there's a lot of characters there. Originals, right? It's Gen 9 without being Gen 9 because new region, new prof, new
It
starters,
almost is
right?
Gen 9. You never know.
But they don't have they don't have the time. It's like if Journeys doesn't care for Galar because it's not the Sword and Shield series, they will not have the time, in terms of episodes and even in time frame, what's going to happen. Ash got into the master class. Go got the tokens to do the trials. This is all going to happen in 1 week. All right, let's time travel them back for 6 months.
I mean,
But they return but they return at the time that they actually left.
This makes me think of Xano, go on Deafen.
Why?
Just go on Deafen.
Okay.
This makes me think of Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon chapter, where they disappear for 6 months in the Ultra Wormhole.
Yeah, but again, you see, they have the potential, right? They have, sadly, yeah, whatever. But Gengar gets focused, so. But then again, Gengar getting focused, it's like every other Ash Pokemon getting focused. It's sporadic. Journeys, instead of doing a puzzle piece by piece, they get 2 pieces, place them together, put them to the side, and only break them when they actually know where they fit.
That's a really good analogy.
Yeah, instead of embracing the challenge,
I returned.
Yeah, instead of embracing the challenge, they because, and you know what's worst? Pikachu won with Z move, Lucario won with Mega Evolution, even without the need for these power-ups.
Lucario needed Mega Evolution to win that battle. Well, maybe not enough plot armor.
So, well, yeah, because he stole Surfetch's HP bar. Like, if you wanted for Lucario to show how badass he is, you could have Lucario battle all 3, like how Lycanroc did in the Ula Ula trial against Sinnoh. Regardless, now, the problem isn't how Gigantamax, it's disguised to feel earned, even though it isn't, or how Gengar gets focused, even though it's kind of late. It's, the premise behind it. Pikachu, Z move. Lucario, Mega Evolution. So, and they got wins in the Hyper Class. So, Hyper Class battle number 3. We don't know when it's going to happen. Maybe it's actually the first episode of 2022. We don't know. Maybe we'll get a new opening. We don't know.
Hopeful.
But the one thing that we kinda know is that Ash is going to win. Just because of a power-up.
What?
And that is the problem. Gengar winning just because of a power-up and not by his own, it
doesn't prove his worth.
Yeah, it doesn't prove his worth. It cheatens progression.
Yeah.
So I cannot feel engaged with the training of Gengar because I already know the end result. This is why I want for peers to bitch slap Ash into reality. Dude, you are winning with gimmicks alone? You don't even deserve to be in the Masters 8!
So, I'm assuming you saw Niles Direct?
Yeah, like this, I'm very advocate of the idea of peers just, hey dude, don't rely on gimmicks. Better yet, don't rely on just these 6. You are in the World Championship, but you are just using your newbies? Come on, man.
Did you see the video I made about Ash battling Ilima?
Yeah! Yeah, if anything, I would like, for Koharu to use GMX against Ilima's Z move, because it's basically her big Eevee facing all 9, quote-unquote, but, it is what it is.
That makes sense. Actually, I love that. I love that idea.
Yeah. But, it is what it is. It's journeys. It's, Generation 8 overall, it's a roller coaster. So, there's that. Okay, so I don't have anything much else to add. This is basically, the podcast is basically over. We had 18 views at one point. Thank you guys so much, but
Yeah, I mean, I have one thing I want to say before we get off.
Yeah.
Do you guys have, any questions for us? Because we'll answer them.
Chat's been dead for a bit, but we have views, so I guess.
I mean, we still
like
got people watching, so
Yeah.
if they got any questions for us.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. We'll be back on the podcast probably in a couple months. Depends on when there's something to talk about.
Review in February for Legends Arceus.
Yeah, that would probably make sense.
Maybe that will be our Valentine's comrades.
Yes, because none of us have girlfriends. You guys are our true love.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm hoping I have a girlfriend by Valentine's Day. Will I? Most likely not. But
Thank you for watching, everybody.
Yeah.
I will say this though. Go
Let me
check out all of our channels.
Let me find someone to raid. Hold on.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Yeah, follow us on
check out all
channels,
our channels.
and
Go
our
follow our
Twitters.
Twitters. doing a casting call for an XY rewrite if you're interested in being part of a Pokemon anime series in a kind of like rewrite Google slideshow format. Check my channel out. The rules are there and stuff if you think you're interested in applying or any of the roles.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, you guys have
I hope
anyone?
you guys have a fantastic night. I know I'm probably not going to get any sleep because my nose is clogged. But, yeah.
You guys have anyone you
All
want
right,
to read?
The Insane Game
nah.
Freak.
Oh, is he alive?
Yeah, he's playing Guardians of the Galaxy.
Alright.
Let's rate Terrell. He's from the Pokepod. Make sure to join those guys too.
All right, we are gonna raid Terrell. Start raid. Everyone, go head over to raid Terrell. He's a great guy. I've talked to him a bit. And
All right. Thank you guys so
everyone-
much
all right.
for hanging out.
And send you
See
guys
ya.
over to the raid. See ya.